Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. And today to share with you the results that I got on this HDMI extender, which impressed me in one thing that I will share with you in just a few moments. Now, inside the package we will find a lot of stuff. We will find the receiver, the transmitter, we will find the antennas, we will find the power adapters, the infrared extension as well. We will find a lot of stuff. But you can see by some images right over there. Now, looking at the unit itself, both of them, they are very well built. They are made of a metallic enclosure, really strong. So this is really durable. It's not cheap plastic, it's really metal. In terms of ports, we will find both of them will have more or less the same, with one difference. If we look here at the transmitter, we'll have the power input, and then we have the reset HDMI input. This is where we are going to connect the signal that we want from any set-top box or our satellite box or something like that. Then we have the HDMI output, where we will plug in an HDMI to our TV so that we can use the TV as we always do. And then we have the infrared out and a RG45 and also a SMA antenna, which I will share with you the results that we have with these antennas. But if you want to improve the signal, you can always purchase stronger antennas, but I'm not really sure if you are going to need. Now, on the receiver side, we have the same connections with the exception of only one HDMI output, and that HDMI output is where we are going to connect to the TV that it's remote, and we want the image to transmit from one set-top box or one TV to the other TV. Now, in the past we have seen this solution I've shared here on the channel. If you search for HDMI here on the channel, you will find it. It has about 3 or 4 years, and those that we have seen in the past, they were only via cable connection, no wireless connection, and it had to be a dedicated cable from this side to the other side, and this one doesn't, but we will talk about that in just a few moments. Now, in terms of the wireless, I did test it out here on the office and on the gym cinema, and I did start by using my NVIDIA Shield TV, which is probably not the target device to use this, but I've got my set-top box from my TV provider that I didn't use for quite some time. I just plug it in today and it's broken, so I already sent a ticket so that they can exchange or something like that. And the NVIDIA Shield TV has a curiosity, which is the remote is via Bluetooth. So I wanted to test it out, the infrared, and I couldn't with the NVIDIA Shield remote. So what I did was to use a Minix T5 Android TV box, which has a infrared remote. Now, the infrared remote is not that great if you want to air mouse. For this particular test, I really wanted a infrared remote, and the truth is that the infrared remote works great on my testings. The only thing that I notice is a very small latency. I would say, I don't know, 1 or 2 milliseconds, where you feel, but it's not that much. You press the button and it's not exact when you press. It will take about 1 or 2 milliseconds, and then there it goes. So it's nothing to criticize, but I cannot say that it's real time. It takes a little bit right over there. Now, in terms of image quality, and I'm talking about 80 square meters on this area, more or less 80 to 100 square meters, the image quality is just awesome. 1080, no issues at all. Playing on a AOC display, I can leave a link down below as well. So the display has a higher image quality, it's a 2K display, but as you can see by some images, really great. Also, one thing that I was a bit concerned about the wireless connection was the audio latency, because if you are watching a movie or something like that, and if the audio is not synchronized with the image, then that can be problematic, but in this particular case it didn't happen.
En su poesía era principalmente un poeta íntimo, muy tierno. E um dos seus primeiros poemários, que se chama Piedra Derramada.
Boom de casos de Covid e de gripe, né, também, como a gente vê em boa parte do país, né? Me conta.
Was that she comported herself as she has throughout the entire trial. She sat upright. She looked at the court clerk who was reading the verdict, and she stood.
Of the rather aggressive style of Angela Rayner compared with the more lawyerly style of Sir Keir Starmer. They clashed later on.
So just great results on the same floor. Now, as you know, I do have a 3-floor house, so what I did was try out just above one floor, on the ground floor in this particular case, and the wireless signal was not capable to get it. The image was breaking a lot, it was stopping, and the audio was bad as well. So those are the bad news. I would say that in areas such as this one, 80 to 100 square meters house with walls like I do have right over here, 1 to 3 walls to that side, no issues whatsoever, wireless connection great. But if we move one floor, especially like we do right over here, which has concrete and iron, it's not easy, so it will not do it. Now the only thing that I can see working is if I replace the antennas, but I don't have any stronger antennas at this moment. If I replace them, probably I can reach higher and I can put on the ground. Now there is a solution in case you have a network over your house, and I was really happy. And to me, if this is 0 to 20 values, I would give 20 values, because this is just awesome. Now it states clearly on the screen that we have to connect the cable directly from one to another, and usually is this the way that it works. But on my tests, I did connect to my network normally, and what happens is that it works out of the box. We just need to press the button to select the wired connection, and after that they will pair and they will work great. And I did test it out through Powerline adapters, which I use them here at home, the Volo Powerline. If you search for Powerline here on the channel, we'll have a lot of information, we'll have a lot of tests on the network, and also you will know a little bit better about the space that I've got on my house, so you have a better idea of the area. But I did test out on Powerline, I did test out on several switches that I've got, I did test out on the 3 floors. The only router that it did not work was on a Xiaomi router, because it's on a separate network. It's inside this network, but it's on the side, and I don't want to get too technical, but it's the only area where it did not work. But the whole network that it's connected through Powerline adapters to switches to one router right on the ground floor, it did work really awesome. All I did to do was to connect the cable, and that was it. It would take a few seconds, and after that it would synchronize and give me the image. So via wired connection, I was able to reach the ground floor and I was able to reach the first floor. By the way, I took a portable monitor or display, which is right over here, so in some images I do apologize for the mess of cables, but that was just for testing. Instead of connecting to the TV, I did take out I needed an extra power bank, an extra cable, a HDMI cable for the display, and so on and so forth. So I do apologize for that, but it was for a good reason. So guys, I do believe that this is a great solution if you need to replicate one image to the other side. The only limitation right over here is the image that we are seeing on one TV, we are seeing on the other TV. So if you change channel right over here, it will change the channel right over there, because basically it's just one device that it's giving the image. And the other limitation is the area of the Wi-Fi signal that you have. On the other hand, if you have a network at home spread through your house, you will have no limitation at all in what concerns to the distance, and that is just awesome and made me really happy. I will leave a link down below so that you guys can check it out and see for yourself all the specifications, prices, and so on and so forth. Hope that the video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.